Hello everybody, welcome back to QueenTiti Loves. Don't forget, well, before I get started, let me tell you, like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly to TT, make sure that you share this video on all of your social media platforms so we can grow our village and become big and wonderful and reach everybody in the world. So I hope everybody is doing great today. I am going to do today just makeup really quickly so that I could jump on another conference call, right? Those are fun. So I have another conference call this evening. I'll start with my brows. This evening, and I will be talking to the person who was chosen for the Divine Purpose Prom Scholarship last year. Her name is Michaela. She is she graduated. She was a senior when she got into the program. Wonderful young lady. I just spoke to her a little while ago, so I am her mentor now. She kind of tugged at my heart, and so I picked her up. And so I just spoke to her a little while ago. She's super excited, getting ready to take her driver's test. Let me take this out. Getting ready to take her driver's test, so she thinks she grown. Anybody told her she could drive? Nobody. I'm just saying. I think I'm going to use some. My skin has been pretty dry lately. In California, it's like 152,000 degrees right now. I thought we paid more to stay in California because it was like on TV. This is not Beverly Hills 90210. I ain't lying. Okay, but let me use a little bit of primer because since I am having the conference call and it will be on camera, I do want to make sure I don't look dusty. Let's see. Okay, so I spoke to her. She's ready to take her driving test. Now that she is preparing to get ready for college, we're working on her resume. Interviewing skills and stuff like that. So she is a very good example of what we mean by saying that just because you turn 18 or you're no longer, within the age limit for the program, this is a community thing. This is a nonprofit organization. This is from the heart. So if you want to stay with us and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, we'll absolutely keep you in the program, so you can continue to work with us. Let me see. Now y'all listen, okay? Don't forget, TT is learning to do or use different products and learning different techniques. So I know how to do my makeup really quickly that I do every day, but using a different product and wanting to learn a technique, by the time I'm done, I think I want to actually my goal is to be a crayon cutie. So we'll see what happens. So TT isn't just telling you guys to make goals and go for your dreams. I'm doing it too. So I'm leading by example, right? So I have MAC Next to Nothing face color. I have it here in the color Deep Dark. I don't know. I really don't go outside while it's hot. So I'm not sure if this is really going to match my skin per se right now, but we're about to see. And I am going to use, because I don't know if it's going to work, I'll use this one. So I have the MAC Crayon Case brushes. You all know that I don't ordered everything, child, but I don't want to use those. Y'all know how TT feel about being wasteful. That's what we're gonna talk about today: being wasteful and not being grateful. I'm just going to use my regular brush that I just have. It's a flat brush, and I put some on the back of my hand. It looks like it'll match pretty well, so we'll see what it does once I actually put it on my skin. And I took out my nose ring. What I do like about MAC products, guys, is that a little bit, it does go a long way. So that's pretty good. I think it's matching. It looks like it's matching to me. The other thing that I really like, first about this brush, listen, I could get right under my eyes because TT got whole bags and whole families and people living under her eyes right now. Yes, I talk about myself in third person. Y'all know that already. But I really love the coverage of MAC. It works for my face. And I have one, I don't know where it is though. I have one that I use for summer and then one that I use for winter. I usually utilize my dry studio fix for MAC because it goes really fast, but I don't really use this enough, and I want to start working with the liquid as well. Sometimes because of my allergies it's not the best, because it makes me itch, so sometimes I have to put on take a Benadryl before I put it on, especially in the summer. Everything is crazy in the summer. So oh my gosh, you guys, it's time for y'all to go back to school. So I've seen some pictures posted already for people with their first day of school pictures. You know, I'm pretty sure I've seen some moms and dads and grannies and TTs speeding down the street trying to hurry up and get y'all to school. So yes, I am going over my entire face right now because I want to, because I'm learning there can't be any mistakes. I can only learn what works for my skin and my face with the new things that I'm using if I try it, right? So let's see. So I think it matches my skin. I think this is the one that is for summer, and I hate it when those sparse hairs just get in the way. Let me tell you what else I don't like, and I know y'all gonna come for me. I don't like front lace, y'all. I don't like it. But to be fair, the reason why I don't like it is because of my allergies and my skin being so sensitive sometimes. Like every little thing just makes me sneeze or irritates my skin. And I low-key think that's so unfair, because it makes it so that I can't do a lot of the things that I would like to try. But I did try it, and it made me itch like nobody's business. Oh yeah, this is, you see that? That's called a bag. It's called a bag. I got bags under my eyes, but so that's all I'm gonna put on that bag. And I did waste just a little bit, but not too bad. And I'm trying to make sure I get it all off, and I have a towel right here because I am wearing this pink jumper. I don't want to get it on the jumper. Okay, so let's do my brows next. I think when we talk about being wasteful and unappreciative, I think that this is the perfect time to talk about it. And here's the reason why. I know none of my babies are not appreciative or wasteful. Y'all wouldn't do that. But for your friends or somebody you're trying to tell what to do, this is what you would tell them. Because I know y'all not doing this, right? I already know that. I know that. You want to know how I know? Because I know. TT's babies wouldn't be like that. But for your friends, things like, so let me tell you where this is coming from, first of all. Okay? Let me backtrack a little bit. So I was in the garage, and I was looking for KB's bag with her hair stuff in it. Now, every 6 months, I go and I get this little girl all her hair things over again, you know. And now, like, because she's going from, she was still at elementary in our area because it went up to grade 6, and so now she is going to I'm looking for my brown brow pencil. She's going to the 7th grade. And so now, like, going from like click clacks, that's what I call them, click clacks, the little balls that you put on your hair to make ponytails and stuff like that, and moving to more like headbands like I wear and stuff like that. That's what she likes now. And she ain't wearing pink. She don't like pink. Whole attitude. I'm looking for her hair bag, and I was like, oh, let me put on the load while I'm down here, laundry. So I go to put on the load of laundry, and as I'm taking stuff out and putting it in the washing machine, am I pulling out stuff with tags? What? Listen. Okay, so, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. You guys know I got them micro balded. I'm just going to fill them in so that they're able to be seen on camera. I have to take really light strokes with this pen, and I don't know where I got it from because I've had it so long it doesn't have the stuff on it. Y'all know I don't waste my crayon case. Y'all know I don't waste my crayon case. But, and this is an evening recording, so I'm not going anywhere after this. I just have 2 meetings and then I'm done. So I'm pulling out stuff with tags on it that I just bought her. That is, I love this pencil. Now I'm just gonna go fill it in just a little bit. I don't want it to be too hard, but I definitely just want it to show up. I'm probably gonna clean that up. I don't like it. I definitely want it to show up on camera while I'm recording or in the meeting later. So that's good. So I'm pulling out stuff with tags on it. Listen, when I was in school, and oh my Lancer, I feel so old when I say stuff like that to y'all, but it's true. When I was in school, I was so appreciative of everything that my mother did for me, and anybody else that did something to me for me, because people don't have to do those type of things. And so when they do, you definitely want to appreciate what somebody does for you, because the reality is we don't have to do any of those things. And so, and you don't either. People should be appreciative of you too, because you don't have to do anything either. When I ask the kids to help me with something, or they go above and beyond, just like I would tip anybody else, I tip them because I want them to see how to appreciate, why it's important to appreciate, how it feels to be appreciated, when it's appropriate to appreciate. So I'm finding these clothes in there now. Mind you, before I bought these particular clothes, that wasn't the best pen to use on top of foundation. Learned something right there. I do have a powder to put on top of it, but it's not over here. My purse is way over there. So let me try really quickly. I have chalk dust. I'm about to put it on top of it to see if I can set these brows so that they don't move. And this is chalk dust in the color A. And y'all, I'm scared to open it. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm scared because I don't know how it opens. And so what if it goes poof all over the place? Y'all, why I can't? Oh, it doesn't twist. You just pull it up. Okay, and it did do a poof. So right here, oh, it comes with a little thingy inside. I'm not going to use that because I put the foundation on my face. And it has a little bit. Let me move this out of the way and close it back. And I think I see people like turn it upside down a little bit, and then if it's in there. I don't know. Y'all, I have so much fun with y'all, because guess what I get to do? I get to be regular for a minute. And what I mean by regular is I just get to talk, and I just get to have fun and play in makeup. And super. Oh, y'all. This is why you're supposed to pay attention. On there, it has a little plastic thing. So, see, this confirms. Titi is a woman of her word. I'll tell y'all when I do something. But, see, this confirms. I told y'all that we would open it and plan it together and really want it together. And I meant that. So, if I'm not recording, I don't utilize any of these products. And I don't practice and stuff off camera. Although I think I am going to practice, I still want to utilize things for the first time with you guys, because since my audience is youth and young adults, then if you see me, perfect. And it just gave me a little bit on top. I just want a little bit, because remember, I just want to dry out my eyebrows a little bit. And I'm utilizing a brush that I already had. I want to dry out my eyebrows because when I was brushing from doing my brows, I could feel it. I could feel it moving. And so I might as well just do this too. Because remember, I put it all on my lid. So I might as well do it. To dry that out. Okay. So when people did things for me, and still, when people do things for me, I'm so super appreciative, because I realize that, you know, if somebody took the time out of their day just to, you know, show up at something for me, or pick up something for me because they thought about me, or support me, or whatever it is, you know, don't, y'all, that dried super is, oh my gosh, y'all, that dried that out. Look, it looks so much better. I like that. I like this stuff. And y'all, you know I got 5 of them. They right here. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side because I think we're gonna try to use that again and learn what it's for. Okay, so I have that on. I'm gonna do my shadow now. But yeah, when anybody does anything for me, I'm so appreciative, and I really am, from a genuine place, because I think that probably when you grow up and, you know, there's not, I didn't ever go hungry or nothing like that, but it wasn't in abundance, I guess you could say. So anything that somebody did for me was very well appreciated. Y'all, this is not going right today. And I have extra. So I went to my sister's wedding over the weekend, and that's the last time that I wore makeup. And so I'm looking for I was looking for my concealer so that I could put it on my eyes. But, you know, I have the Pro one, but I can't see it. And I bought 3 of them, but I don't see it right away. And I'm definitely have to move on to the next project. So I will just use the one we had before. But yeah, we didn't have a lot. Ooh, and I think that even if we did, I would have still been appreciative, because I understand, and you all should too, that anything that, I'm just patting it on my brush, anything that you all get, receive, and it doesn't have to be financial, because for some, financial is easy. They can write you a check and be done with it. For some, they're showing up is something that's not a big deal. They don't want to write you a check. So it just depends, and everybody is different. I'm just going to outline my brow, and I'm definitely taking that piece off that I told y'all I didn't like. You have to appreciate the things that people do for you. Think of it this way. If you were to hand somebody $100 right now out of your pocket as a baby, that should be, I hope that's still considered a lot of money. If not, I'm in trouble. Think about if you were to hand somebody your last $100, right? See, I'm just cleaning it up. and they just said, okay, bye. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? And at your age, that should be a significant amount of money because you all don't have bills and stuff. So that should be enough money to do something that you really wanted to do. And definitely not something that you come by often just to have $100 to give away to somebody. So if you gave that to somebody and they didn't even tell you thank you or acknowledge you, or it was just no big deal is how they, you know, treated it, how would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? Nobody on this planet, and I believe I can say this with confidence, nobody on this planet wants to be underappreciated. Nobody on this planet wants to be ignored and not acknowledged. And so what that does to some people is that makes them stop. That makes them stop. Parents included. And more parents should do it. If you see that your child is not being appreciative of what they're getting or what they have, and it's just not a big deal, stop. Stop and see if they appreciate it. Because I can guarantee you that they will. You want to know why? Because now there's a lack. They clearly, whoever the person is, whatever age, clearly needs to remember that, number one, nobody owes you anything. So whatever they do for you is a blessing. It is extra. It is to be appreciated. Equally the same, how would you feel if you gave somebody $100 and they took it and threw it in the trash? How would you feel if they took your actual money and took it and threw it in the trash? How would you feel about that? Well, that's the same way that we feel as adults when you guys don't appreciate what we do for you. That's the same way that we feel when we buy you something and it's stuffed in the bottom of the closet somewhere, under your bed somewhere. I'm gonna go over this one. Under your bed somewhere. You never wear it. Instead of simply telling us, if it's something that you don't like, then I honestly would prefer that you tell me, because I would not be upset if I went to the store and bought either one of the kids something, any one of my nieces or nephews something, and they really didn't like it. I would prefer that you tell me. That way we can go back and get you what you want, instead of being wasteful. Because nobody wants their money, their time, their efforts to go unwasted, unutilized, or not being acknowledged. Speaking of acknowledgement, today's my nephew's birthday, so he will have this forever and ever that Titi is telling him happy birthday, and I love him more than everything in the sky, except God. Just to be clear. Okay, so we got this on, and I like to pat it in because I spoke with a makeup artist on Instagram, remember, and she told me that I would probably get better coverage from my eyeshadow colors if I more so patted in the concealer, and then utilize a little more too. What I'm doing now, because I wear contacts so I can see, so when I'm patting this in, I feel like my contact is off my eye and I can't see. So now that I can see, I'm going in and filling in those areas where I see that it's not flat. Okay, so that's good. We're good there. I am going to next, so my eyebrows came out nice. They look even. This just has, that came out a little bit more. And I am going to fix that when I do my final. Y'all know when it comes to mascara, we got a whole problem. Do I do it now or do I wait? Because we know it's going to get on my lid. Every time. On my lid. On my lid. Oh well. Let's try. Okay. Let's try. Stay excited. We're learning. Okay. This time, I never used it before. We're going to use the new ruler. It has neutral colors. Like for real neutral colors, y'all. It's, let me see. Let me take the plastic off so it'll come out. I think it will show you a little bit better what the colors look like. So it looks like this on the inside. And so the colors are literally like very neutral. I'm sure I'm going to need a pop of color. Look at me trying to be fancy. Oh, I need a pop of color. So let's see. I am going to use the blending brush. Oh, they have matte and shimmer colors. So it looks like in here, like next to each one, like this is a matte, this is a shimmer, shimmer, matte, matte. It looks like it's a matte next to each shimmer. Yeah, that's cool. So anyways, not being wasteful and appreciating people can go a long way. Because if you give somebody, some people will test you. They'll give you a little something to see how you can handle it. And then if you handle it well, like you remain humble, then they will give you more. Same with the job. Like when you're at work, and I utilized this brown color in the middle for my transition color. Oh, that's really pigmented too. So sorry. That even happens at work, you guys. So sometimes a manager will be observing you and like paying attention to see, oh, I think that, you know, this person will be good for this job that we have or this position that we have coming up. Let me see how they handle me giving them a little bit more work. Let me see how they handle this task. And so sometimes you'll be on a project or a special assignment. It could be something as simple as you coming to open in the morning, open the office. It could be just as simple as that. And so when you do things, be appreciative of those opportunities. So don't look at things and be, especially as it relates to work, because I hear this a lot. Oh, I'm not the manager. I'm not getting paid to do that. Okay. So you're just going to sit there forever and only do what you are used to doing or what you want to do, instead of embracing new opportunities to learn new things that could put you in a different position. Because let's just say, before you become a manager, the first step is they want to know if you can get to the office on time and be responsible to open the office up for everyone and get the day started, and, you know, turn on the lights, cut on the coffee maker. What if they want to see if those are things that you can do, what your level of responsibility is? You know, if you don't accept that additional work and be appreciative of it, because it could be a door or a window, another opportunity, then you can't be mad when things don't happen your way. And so with that same example, okay, your boss tells you, oh, I want you to start coming in and opening the office for us. That's what I want you to do. On my lid, I'm going to use this pinkish color. And I'm going to utilize going to utilize the flat shader brush. Looks like this for my lid. And I'm going to utilize this pinkish shimmer color right here for my lid. So let's just say that manager comes and talks to you and says, oh, I want you to start coming in one day a week to open the office for us. And you know that that one day a week is the day that this manager has a doctor's appointment, okay? Instead of you looking at it like, oh, they're only asking me because they have a doctor's appointment. I need you to know what happens behind closed doors. What happens behind closed doors is when HR meets, when managers meet, and we are making decisions as a team. Okay, guys, we had some technical difficulties. I was talking to you guys about being wasteful and taking things for granted, and I was sharing a story which I will end with. Of course, I had to finish my makeup because I had the meeting that I had to go to, remember? So I couldn't even finish. So what happened was Queen Titi hasn't charged her phone all day, and so I didn't know that it was on 0. No battery. Sorry. I was 15 minutes late to the next meeting. Get it together, Asia. Okay, so this is the story I was sharing though. So from an HR perspective and from a manager leadership perspective, this is the story that I was sharing. Okay, so manager comes to you and they say, oh, I want you to start coming in and opening on this particular day or closing on this particular day. But you look at it as if, oh, they just want me to do this because they need something done. And so you automatically have like this attitude that you don't want to do it. That's not my job, blah, blah, blah. But behind closed doors, let me tell you what happens. You don't get extra responsibilities. And I'll say that with a fine line because I already know where some adults are going with this. But for my babies, for the purposes of we're going to head in the right direction, you don't get additional responsibilities unless they are looking to train their replacement. So what we call in HR and what we tell the leaders to do is always be looking to train your replacement. But the way that they do it is like they kind of post check. And so they will see, okay, if I ask this person to come in and open just once a week on this particular day, are they reliable when they come in? Are they doing the things that they need to do? When I'm not there, you know, if I walk in, can I see them working and doing all the things that they need to do, right? So then when a position comes up, because you never know if somebody's thinking about a position or they're already looking at you. If you are internal, they're already looking at you. And so now when that manager goes to the table and another manager's employee has applied and their employee has applied, and then they get to say, oh, well, such and such has already been opening for me one day on this at this time. They've never been late. They were really a leader in that they came in. They made sure that the fax machine was going, the copy machine was going. They took the messages. They made sure that the alarm was off and didn't ever have the alarm going off. All of those things begin to build your leadership skills or whatever role that they're grooming you for. And so don't take everything for granted or in a negative way, because it can actually be for something good. And so I gave that analogy because I'm dealing with Titi's babies are in high school, the ones that probably are listening the most. And so that is how I need you to start getting ready to think, because it is a lot of people that go into the real world and the first thing they want to say is, oh, that's not my job. Why do I have to do? That's what y'all say as kids. Why do I have to do that? How come you didn't tell my brother or my sister to take out the trash? Nobody asked you to build a house. They asked you to take out the trash. Just take out the trash. So that is how people that act like that when they are kids, I know that they're going to act like that when they get into the real world. And that's not good, because you don't want someone to look at you and think, or I ask them to do something extra and it's always something, or I ask them to do something extra and they halfway do it with the mindset like, well, you lucky I did it, or you lucky I came. Or I've heard so many people say that, and it's so ugly because I'm thinking, you're taking that for granted. It's people looking for jobs. It's people, that need things and they don't have it. Like KB with those clothes just thrown out with tags on them. Well, not thrown out, but just put to the side with tags on them. We have to learn to be more appreciative. We have to learn to be more grateful, not wasteful. We have to learn to seize opportunities and things like that, because they do end up leading into great spaces. So even if that job never promotes you or moves you into another role, there are things that you can take, and now you've built your resume, and that they cannot take from you. So if you go to another job and you're like, oh, well, I was acting as assistant manager, or I was acting as head secretary or customer service or whatever it is, then, except for not a doctor. Like, you can't just be like, I'm a nurse, but I took extra blood pressure or something, so now I'm a doctor. Like, that's different. Y'all be trying to catch me slipping. So I didn't mean that. But, like, everyday little things, then you could put that on your resume and start to say, those things. But even for a nurse, you, as an example, you could. If you started as, like, only taking blood and doing things like that, and then you start doing more things and you add to your resume, now that's something else that you know how to do. So you can always add it to your resume and always utilize it in your next role, or to become an entrepreneur and think of a way to do something different or invent something different. But the point to it all is to be more appreciative. Don't be wasteful. Don't waste opportunities. That is why I don't sleep very much right now. I'm always up thinking, okay, how can I make this program better? How can I get this resource? How can I meet this person that I know will get me to this so that I could bring it back to the program? How can I do this so that I can advance in my career? How can I carve out the time to learn how to use Crayon Case Makeup? All of those things, when you train your brain to think in a non-wasteful and more grateful way, you do make better decisions. Everything comes down to making better decisions. And so it's real. But on the flip side of that, on another video, I am going to talk about being aware of having discernment. And so having discernment is a really big deal as well, because there are people in this world that are very, very giving, and there are people that seek out those people that are very, very giving. A manager asking you to come in one day a week and open the office every day is not something to warrant you asking for more money or a raise or a different title. But them saying, I want you to handle this meeting all the time, I want you to do that project, and you're doing it all the time, well, that's different, and you should step up. But in everything that you do, pray about it. In everything that you do, try to remove your emotion and break down the facts. If you need to write them down, break down the facts so you can pick it apart and see if it makes sense. Find somebody that you're comfortable with talking to. Hello, we're right here. If you need me, I'm right here. My profession is HR. May help me use some of these student loans. So those are the things that I'm going to offer as an extension of this program. But I think that that's a really good skill set to have in being able to discern between the two, and being able to be grateful for opportunities, grateful that somebody is extending an olive branch, because it doesn't happen for everybody, and all of us are waiting for an opportunity, but then when it comes, we don't want to work for it. That doesn't make any sense to me. So that is my lesson for today. Thank you so much for your patience on this video. I'm really sorry that I messed up and the camera went dead, but in true TT fashion, I came back and I finished, because I don't let people down. I don't. So I came back and I finished, and I hope this was a good lesson for you. I hope that I broke it down in a way that in everyday life it should be applied, and what I mean by training yourself to think differently, to always remain in a position to gain as well as give. So thank you again for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with everybody, and don't forget, the program is open, so the information will be in the description box below if you want to apply or know somebody that wants to apply. If you are someone that wants to sponsor any of our events, any of our programs, donate, please reach out to us. We are welcoming almost all opportunities. And thank you so much again. Good night. That was my picture.